Okay, I'm recording now. Hi guys. So today we will be learning how to count trees. So unfortunately we are on Zoom today, but it's okay. So the materials you will need is your pencil, worksheet, and math brand. And now that you're on Zoom, just try to go along with it. I mean, it's kind of hard, but we got to do it. And then the expectations are being respectful, responsible, communicate, and be happy.
And then since we're on Zoom today, you can keep your cameras off while we're teaching you the materials, but all we ask is that when you're doing your group work that your cameras are on and that you guys are all talking and communicating with each other.
Yes. So today we will be able to use estimation to solve a word problem, and we will be doing that today. It will be so fun. So, does anyone know what is like estimating something? You could just speak out, unmute yourself.
Trying to guess something.
Good. Good job. That's like the key word is just like a guess. You're just guessing how much stuff is in something or anything like that. And then what are some things you can use estimation for?
To see how many pennies are in a jar.
Yes, good. That's exactly. I was looking how many roses were in this jar, and it's a really you just have to do a guess, and whoever gets it right, then you got it. So, have you guys ever looked at an M&M jar and wonder how many there are in there? Because that is what we will be doing today.
Okay, so for today's activity, we are going to be counting trees. A circle is going to represent an old tree and a triangle represents a young tree in our example. So I just wanted to preface that before we get started. So here's our worksheet for today. I'm going to share it with you guys in the chat. Give me a thumbs up on your computer or show me a thumbs up when you guys have that opened. So I'm going to walk through the worksheet with you guys. And then as we go through it, I'm going to be here to assist you in any way you need. And Sawyer is going to be taking notes as we go through it. So counting trees. The diagram shows some trees in a tree farm. The circle shows old trees and the triangle shows young trees. Tom wants to know how many trees there are of each type, but says it would take way too long counting them one by one. What method could Tom use to estimate the number of trees of each type? Here in this box, you're going to explain how you did it and your method completely. So you're going to walk through it as if I wasn't here. You're going to explain it to me in the notes. Okay, next. Use the method of estimation to solve the number of old trees and then the number of young trees. So you're going to write out how you did it and then your answer in the old trees box and the young trees box. Okay, and this is our diagram we're going to be using today. So this is our tree farm diagram. Does everybody have this pulled up right now? Yes? Okay.
Yeah.
So now I ask that you guys turn your cameras on and unmute, and I'm going to be muted right now, but I'm going to be here if you have any questions or are unsure of the way to solve this. So you're going to start by just coming up with, you can estimate the number of trees, triangles, and then circles.
This is their like real thing.
Okay, so we can do it like visually, and you can kind of see that it looks like there's some more old trees.
Yeah.
Anyone have other ways? Does anyone have other ways of how you can maybe estimate it besides just looking at it?
I feel like you could count like the top row, like the very top, count each different one, and then like count the sides. Then you like multiply those, to get like an area type of thing. But that would be more of an estimate, not really like solving the actual number.
That's a really good thought, Hannah. So in this problem, that is what
Thanks.
we're doing. We're estimating the number of total circles and the number of total triangles. So you're never really going to be just, Elena, I like your first thought idea where you would just look at it and you can see by looking at it that there are more old trees than young trees. That's correct. But after that first step, now you have to think of a way to solve for the number of old trees and young trees.
Yeah, okay.
Kristen and Megan, do you guys have any ideas or
Probably too late.
I was thinking maybe
I
you can
know.
count like the amount of just like dots in general, like the length and then the width of them, and then you can multiply. I don't know. I'm not sure honestly, but that's just trying to get an estimate or like a exact number, or not exact, but like a number of like total number of trees in general, and then trying to do what like Hannah said with counting them by row and then just kind of guessing.
good? So Megan is saying that we would take the length times width and almost like solve for an area. Are we all on the same page? Do we want to try it like that, or do we want to try it a different way?
I'm fine with that.
Okay, so what would be the first step? Are we going to count old trees first or young trees first?
I think old trees, because we can kind of use the visual part and look that there's like more old, I would say.
Good idea. Okay, so each of you go through and count the number of old trees and
Can I
then
just join you on your computer?
count the number of young trees and then solve it all together. And then once you're done, I'll come back to help you guys, okay? Okay, once you guys solve your answers, make sure to be talking with each other about how many old trees you got. So remember, you guys said you're going to do the length times width, and then for new trees, you're going to do the same thing, length times width, multiply, and then solve for those answers.
Okay, for old trees, and the dots are kind of small, so I don't know if I counted right, but I did 20 going horizontally. I got 20, 28, and then I got 27 vertically, and then I multiplied those two, and I got 756. But like I said before, I don't know if I can't see very well, so. What about the rest of my classmates?
So okay, so the new trees are the triangles, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so I got like 110 for like area of triangles, and then I don't know how many Elena said, but
756.
like
Old.
7.
Okay, okay, awesome. So we have an idea of the number of old trees and the number of young trees. Sorry, can you go on to the next slide? So let's talk. Each group, since we only have one group going, how many old trees did you get, Elena?
I got 756.
And how many new trees did you get, Megan?
Like 110.
Okay, perfect. So that's a really good way to say it, like 110. Exactly. We don't exactly know what the number of new trees there actually are, but it's all a guess. It's an estimation. So the next slide. When we did it the same way you guys did it. Number of old trees, young trees multiplied, and did it the same exact way. I got 756 for the first one and 132 for the second one. Oops, the like equation's not there, but it was 27 times 28. Okay, next. Estimation means roughly calculating or judging a number or value. This can be done by grouping. So the way you guys did it, you grouped all the old trees, all the young trees, and multiply them to find the area. You could have done that by this first picture here. So can you wave your mouse over the first big tree farm picture, please? You could have done it by that. You could have gone to the next one and broken it in half and simplified it even more and found the area of each side. You could have found the area of each square. There are many different ways you could have grouped the tree farm to solve for the estimated total. Does that make sense, you guys? How we estimated to find the total? Yes? Can everyone give me a thumbs up if they kind of are on the right track? Great. Do we have any last questions? No?
I don't.
No. Okay, great. So since we're on Zoom today, you're going to email me your worksheets before you leave class. Next class, we will be using estimation to solve for word problems and then comparing our estimated total to the exact total. So remember these estimations you came up with, and then next class, we are going to be going through the actual total of old trees versus young trees. Thank you guys so much.
Thank you.
Thank
you.
you, Miss Amanda, Miss
Thanks.